Alright, so obviously by the title, this video is about how important native species are, and the bad side of non-native species like this English ivy right here. So yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna start out with the non-natives, like this Japanese honeysuckle right here, which is non-native and sadly invasive. So one thing about non-natives is that they are not good for the environment, first off. Second, um they can easily take over an area and outcompete native species. And also Japanese honeysuckle, they climb trees. They climb small trees and such. And they basically wrap their stems around them and choke them out. So they can't really um, grow. Um, so yeah, basically what happens is the tree is, after a while of the honeysuckle growing on the tree, it will die. Mature trees like these, however, um, the honeysuckle is way too small to kill an entire silver maple like this. But let's say this cherry seedling right here. Um, if a honeysuckle wraps its stem around it, it's strong enough to kill this plant, kill the entire plant. And that's how, that's one of the ways they can outcompete native plants. And other ways, just simply them just getting out of control and such. And also, they're not really the best food source for animals, like native animals. Native animals are used to using native plants to their advantage. I think this is an aster right here, and this is a native, and it grows these tall bloom spikes, and they get pollinated, and they're basically like dandelion seeds, which are also a non-native, which blow off the mature plant to start new plants. So yeah, I'll try and show you one actually. Um, here, um, actually, there's a lot of plants right here. There used to be an aster right here though. Last year, it's no more though. But oh, there's actually one right here, over there. Yeah. Um, see, um, in the winter, these stalks will die, but the seeds fall off and start new plants. And also, the whole plant doesn't die. It just suckers from the bottom plant and then grows new ones, and then eventually these will become this tall bloom right here. That starts new plants. And here is another problem. This one isn't particularly about native and non-natives, but I just decided I'll add this. Um, as you can see, in forests, like this closed canopy forest right here, the leaf layers are so thick that it's pretty hard for any seed to reach the bottom and grow. And if somehow it did reach the bottom, I'm not really sure how it would push through like 5 feet of leaves or something. But yeah, just decided I'll add that. Yeah. And another thing is animals can't really use or eat any non-native plants because they're not really used to them. And also they don't um really know how to use them. Yeah. Sorry, I'm out of words, kind of. This cherry right here, I think this is a native. There are some non-native cherries, but I'm pretty sure this one is like a black cherry. This is a native. And there are also native grapes. Um, yeah. This is I'm not really sure which one this is. I think this is the porcelain berry wild grape, which is an invasive, and another one of something we don't want. And things like this silky dogwood. I think this is silky dogwood. I also think this might be a native. I'm not sure. Yeah. Um, this English ivy right here. First of all, this covers the ground like crazy, so any seedlings that's trying to grow under here will just not be able to grow. They won't get enough sunlight because they're blocked by all these huge ivy leaves. This is not true ivy. I'll show you what the actual poison ivy looks like. Yeah, here. This is poison ivy. This is the one you don't want to touch. English ivy is fine as long as you don't need it, but if you touch this, itchy. I'll just say that, itchy. Um, so, yeah, so the worst part about English ivy is that they infest the ground and the trees, and they add an unnecessary amount of weight to it. And I think if it's too much in an infestation, it can kill the entire tree. You can see this part right here of the tree used to be covered in the ivy, but I cut it back to the ground. It's still coming back up right here. I'll just rip that off. So yeah, if you, I highly um wouldn't recommend you plant English ivy because it's very invasive and it can take over an entire forest, and it grows quickly too. And they have these little aerial roots right here. They have little aerial roots that stick onto the tree. It keeps it from coming down. There's a dead stem right here. And yeah, these vines can get really huge. Like, some are bigger than this. A lot of them are bigger than this, but this is the biggest one I could find. Oh, and here's another one. This one's bigger. They get really thick. And yeah, once they don't grow slowly, they grow really fast. And they can take over an entire tree. They can grow really tall too. As you can see right here, they are almost up top of this southern red oak. Um, they've almost reached the canopy, but they haven't yet. By the way, here's some cherries growing on this right here. Look at that. Let me pick one actually right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at this. Really cool. And it looks like blood. It looks like I cut myself. And yeah, this is the seed right here. And my main question is, how is this seed supposed to get through all those layers of leaves which is why North America, actually used to mostly be prairie, grasslands specifically. Um, I like minery. Yeah, most of North America used to be grasslands, but one reason why there aren't as much grasslands here now is because fire was removed, and because of that, thin bark trees like the silver maple right here, which is still a native, but I wouldn't consider it the best native because of how um useless it is. But yeah, they have really thin bark. So if there was fire here, I really need to wash my hands. If there was fire here, um, it would definitely kill this tree because it's just one layer thick bark right there. And they're allowed to take over this entire area. Um, and new plants can't really grow under here underneath the canopy. Actually, no, not the canopy, the ground. And the only thing that really grows are non-natives, like this multiflora rose, which is climbing this maple right here. And here are the blooms. And honeybees are also another non-native. It's not just plants, honeybees also. There are non-natives, bum not bumblebees, what's wrong with me? Honeybees. Um that will spread diseases to our native bees. Um solitary bees and bumblebees. Um they can go on flowers. They're not the best pollinators either. They can go on flowers and spread diseases to other insects that might visit the flower. For example, uh, a northern paper wasp, Polistes fuscatus. There's actually a nest right here. I'll show you. Right there. So yeah. Um, yeah, honeybees can spread diseases to native insects, which could possibly kill them most likely. And that's something we obviously don't want. So I recommend if you're planning to get bees for pollination, look at the sun right there, just beaming. If you're planning on getting bees for pollination, please use native bees. I highly recommend it. They'll do a much better job at pollinating. Also, please plant native plants. If you're looking for native trees, even though I don't really support these non-fire resistant trees, something like this red maple, which is native, and that black cherry, which is native, can be a really good tree. And also, I highly encourage oaks. Those are also great trees, like the southern red oak, which is really big. I could guess it's like 180 years or something. Probably less, probably more. Yeah. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And yeah, here are some, a little bonus. Here are some tree seedlings. If you're looking for native trees, um, I highly recommend things like this red maple because red maples you don't even have to really buy them if you live in the eastern United States. You don't really have to buy them because they're just everywhere. Their seedlings are everywhere. Here's a willow right here that's growing back. Here's another red maple, another red maple, red maple. and a sweet gum back there, and more red maples, and another red maple. They're everywhere. And then you can plant these for a nice backyard or front yard tree. Um, and also cherry seedlings are everywhere too. And willow oaks are the most common where I am. They're the most common oak seedlings. And if you're looking for native ground cover, I recommend native sedums. Sedums are really cool. Um, they're small, succulent plants, similar to the ones you would see in big box stores. And if you're looking for, if you're not looking for ground covers, you have so much native options. You have this Adam's Needle Yucca. This is a native where I am. It has, you can get the variegated one. It has beautiful stripes of yellow. And this one is my favorite one. And if you're looking for another shrub, I'll show you one. Uh, yeah, here's one. This is called, what is this called? I forgot the name of it, but they have beautiful purple blooms in spring, and they're an evergreen if you're looking for native evergreens. And yeah, they're very cold hardy too. Alright, if you see this, please make sure to like and subscribe. I would really like that, because I'm almost reaching 100, which is super cool. And if you see this, please help this channel grow. Goodbye.